Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah,
J
yeah.
Keys, play that heat, man.
Amen, say man. It's your boy Officially Rich, and today we are back. Yes, sir. We are back with the Officially Rich podcast. Burr, burr, burr,
Burr,
burr.
burr, burr, burr.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And today I'm blessed and thankful to have our first guest, our first official guest, my man Anthony Bell III, also known as Amperé Cellars.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Blessed
sir.
and honored. Dan, your first guest?
Yes, sir. First
Okay,
guest,
okay,
first
okay.
official guest, man. I appreciate it. First off, how you feeling today? You feeling good?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. You know, we have a saying at Amperé called "Let's sip." So let's sip to the day,
Let's
man.
sit, baby.
Yes,
I
sir.
like that.
Yes,
I like
sir.
that. And we do have a couple of wines that we got today. Of course, we're gonna be featuring the brand. Like I told you on the first episode, we're gonna be connecting with businesses, brands, people, anybody that's got a story to tell. So today we're gonna be talking about Amperé Cellars and my man's journey through and how he's just become official through this whole process. So, and we are gonna taste some, right? We gonna,
Oh
we
yeah,
gonna taste
yeah,
some.
for sure, for
Okay,
sure, for sure, for sure.
See, you got my Riesling up here. So yeah, we definitely gonna have to get into some of that.
Yeah, that's a fan favorite actually as well. So I'm always interested to see how people feel about it.
Okay, yeah. No, and you were telling me before we got on here, man. You were telling me I was saying, we got a Moscato. You said no, it's a Muscat.
Yes,
It's
sir. It's a
And then-
musket. It's a
yeah,
musket.
and then we got a Pinot Gris, not a Pinot Grigio. So I mean, real quick, walk me through that. What's the difference between a Muscat and a Moscato for those who may not know?
Yeah, so with our muscat, we actually don't add any extra residual sugars at all. So we want the integrity of the grape to actually like speak for itself. So you see with like a Moscato, you might get 7% alcohol content, 8% alcohol content.
Mhm.
But with our muscat, it's 12%.
Ooh,
Yeah, so
okay,
you're gonna have a good time
okay.
regardless. So we want to make sure that it's not too sweet, not too juicy. Like it actually tastes like wine for you.
Yeah, okay. Actually tastes like wine. Okay, so for some of y'all don't know what wine actually tastes like.
I
Y'all
mean,
be- yeah.
it's some great brands out there, but you want it to taste like wine, not juice in the sense. Like you wanna feel that buzz. It's a reason you're drinking it.
Okay. Yeah, no, I love that, man. I love that. So tell me a little bit because we don't see too many people that look like us
Absolutely.
in the wine industry. So kind of tell me about how you kind of got into all of this. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so it really started during COVID times, just trying to figure out and trying to like have a good time while still in college. So instead of tacos and tequila, me and my friends, we would do tacos
TT.
and wines. We would go to Publix, they got a big wine selection. So we would just grab bottles and be like, hey, all right, I'm gonna say what the bottle contains. I'm gonna go through the tasting notes like I'm a sommelier before I
Yeah.
officially became one. And it just really took a life of itself. So I started reaching out to like black-owned wine brands saying, hey, I would love to be like a brand ambassador. And then a couple reached back and I was official brand ambassador for Love Corkscrew. So
Okay.
that was like my first like launch pad really. So that really sentimented me in the wine space. So I definitely appreciate them for that, as well as I joined the Roots Fund. So it's a little like cohort that allows you to be able to get your sommelier licenses. So I'm WSET level 1, level 2 certified because of them.
Sheesh.
Yeah,
Official.
I had to do my thing for sure. And then ultimately around like 2022, 2023 is when friends and family were like, hey, like you need to go all in, like create your own. So I really looked and saw what it took. Was cold calling vineyards from the Northeast to the East Coast to the West
Sheesh.
Coast. And we ultimately settled with the family-owned vineyard up in Medford, Oregon. So that's
Medford, Oregon.
yeah, so that's
Okay.
where we produce our wines. Well known for their white wines, well known for their red wines as well too. Hey,
Okay.
stay tuned, stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Okay, stay tuned. I was say we got the white wine family up here, but we gonna come with the reds soon.
The reds are
Stay
coming soon,
tuned.
and soon I mean 2025 soon. So just stay tuned for that.
Okay, that's what's up, man. I love the fact that you really took that leap of faith and really bet on yourself. You went and you didn't wait on anybody to hand it to you. You went up and you went out and got it. You cold calling and Oregon. I'm not familiar with Oregon. We went to my wife and I. We went to Woodinville Wine Country, close
Okay.
right outside of Seattle. What is it? Chateau Saint Michel.
Yeah, Chateau Saint Michel. yeah.
Chateau Saint
Hey,
Michel.
their Riesling is amazing.
Amazing.
Their Riesling is
Amazing.
amazing.
I feel like after that trip, that's where my wine palate elevated. Because
Okay.
in college, we was just drinking whatever we had access to.
Yeah,
respectfully.
Barefoot.
Hey, shout out to Barefoot. Shout out
Stella Rosa.
Stella. Ooh, Stella, boy, you digging in the crates now. Shout out all the barefoot babies, the Stella
But see, I would
Stella
say
Rosa, man.
I would even say that takes me to like a point of saying that's what we felt that we were like most needed at. Like
Yeah.
it's like, okay, I'm above barefoot, I'm above Stella Rosa now. Like what's the in between? Because I'm not ready for a red yet. And then
Okay.
that's when you have like Amperé. So you have something that's able to foot the test of time with
Mm.
those like well-known like Josh in Publix, well-known
Hmm.
wine brands to be that catalyst for somebody who says, hey, like I'm above these, but I still need a middle ground. So that's where we come in at.
That's what's up, man. And I don't even think people really are hip to like where we are here in Charlotte. There's a lot of access to wineries, wine
Absolutely.
brands. I mean, what, like maybe an hour away, wine tours. So,
Absolutely.
yeah, man. No, I
Man,
love that,
I would
man.
I would say that in Charlotte, y'all have like wine shops, like gas stations in a sense.
Ooh,
it's
okay.
it's a wine shop on each corner, really, if you really think about it.
Yeah, yeah. No, you're not lying. You're not lying. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, man, as the founder and CEO, I know you mentioned that you had a vision to kind of bring people together. And I mean, you mentioned to me that you were doing different events beyond the brand. So not just wine, but you can access this wine out in the community,
Right.
as we're working on getting in the stores, catch us at this event. So I mean, tell us a little bit about some of the events that you're working with.
Yeah, so the official like our first bottle was sold July of 2023, so July 4th. So we haven't even hit 2 years yet. But inside of this, I want to say like 16 to 18 months that we've been a brand. We've been able to do the National Sales Network as an official sponsor for a couple of conferences that they've had. Our biggest one has been a fine wine series. So shout out to those guys for giving us a chance to be able to come to Atlanta and showcase the wine brand. That's when I would say that we really felt like we made it because we got a lot of great feedback. A lot of people coming up to us saying, hey, like, where can we purchase you at? Like, are you in stores yet? Like, can you do a tasting for us, private tastings, things of that nature? So it's really been a true testament. Like even here in Charlotte, I've been able to partner with YBLA, and I did a private wine tasting for our Yo Pros and our young professionals there.
Okay, okay.
Also, shout out to the Hive. They gave me a chance in
Shout out to the
February.
Hive.
We've been able to partner with them and do wine tasting, so it's really been taking off. And I like to focus in on like groups of that nature because we get a lot of people at once.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is lips on glasses. Like wine isn't a
Lips on
commodity.
glasses.
Wine isn't
Word.
a commodity that you can just take a look at and say, oh, I want to buy it. It's like,
Yeah.
no, I have to be able to taste it. I have to see if it's really worth the price tag. So ultimately, we've been able to do that so far. Everybody who's tasted it has loved it, giving us great feedback. It's something for everybody. If you're a sweet lover, we got the Muscat. If you're a dry lover, we got the Riesling. If you're an in-between lover, we got the Pinot Gris. Like, we
Okay.
have something for everybody.
I love that. I love that. I love that, man. Yeah. No, I like that you are making it accessible to people, whether they have a elevated palate or whether they just kind of just getting introduced to wine for the first time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, nah, because I know like I said before, you don't see too many of us in wine or drinking wine. Maybe a wine cooler and every now and again,
Yeah.
but not like elevated, real palates, Then there's a whole, pairings and, pairing certain wines with food and, that whole education behind it. So, I mean, what I guess has been some of the struggles with kind of educating some of our community and just people in general on what it is that you're doing and some of the nuance behind it.
Well, I would say like first getting started, the biggest like hurdle that I was like really coming across was I guess age in a sense. So when I was
Mm.
cold calling, asking these vineyards to give me a chance, they were like, "Well, how old are you?" Like,
Right, right.
like, are you sure you really want to do this? Like, I kept
Yeah.
like getting that answer, like, "Are you sure you really want to do it?" So that's when I
Like, what
wouldn't
you
say,
mean? Are you
yeah, I
sure I
wouldn't say
wanna
I
do
took a
it?
step
Yeah.
back, but that's when I really like went all in on the educational piece and made sure that I had the certifications behind my name
Yeah.
to really have the backing to say, "Hey, this is the vision of Amperé. This is where we see it going. These are the varietals that we are looking to make. Like, how can you like partner and help us?" So people started taking us a little bit serious with that. And then inside on the community tip, I would just say that education is like really key. Like a lot of times, like wine can be fun. So couple of events that we threw in New York was Vino Friday. Shout out to those boys. And we really made like wine fun. Like we partnered with R&B. You can play games at the events and just different natures. Like it was just a game night, but a hip game night. So wine can be fun, and people have to understand that. Like you can be just as turned off wine as you are off Henny or anything else.
Boy, who you telling? Y'all definitely, boy. Yeah,
And then
no,
you
I
don't have
love
that
that.
headache and that hangover the next day.
Yeah, no, it definitely is a different experience. I know when I'm not trying to go all the way there, instead of ordering it, like I don't know, when I go out, I get, maybe like a Makers and ginger ale.
Hmm.
But if I'm looking to have like a little bit more of a chill night, or maybe not go all the way there, what's your reason look like? Or do y'all have one? Or let me
Right.
see the selection. So no, I love that, man. I love that. So with that in mind, I mean, before we get into it, I know I had to ask. So could you really quickly explain what Amperé actually means?
Yes, okay. So it's two different versions. So I'm gonna give you the original thought process and
Okay,
then I'm gonna
yeah.
give you the true thing after I went like all in.
Yeah,
So
break
the
it down
original
for
the
us.
original thought process was so my nickname is Amp. And
Okay.
everybody calls me that. They barely call me Anthony.
Okay.
So I just wanted some fanciness at the end in my name on the
Okay.
bottle. So I just like, okay, Amperay makes
Okay.
sense. But as I was really diving
Amperé.
into it and really like seeing like doing the trademarks and everything, I came across that Ampere is an
Mm.
electrical measurement.
Okay.
So now when you think about the brand, like I want you to feel that electrocution, that nostalgia. It's like, wow, like this is a brand that takes me back to the first time I ever had wine, and it gives me
Mm.
that good feeling that, oh, I need more type of feeling. So that's the true meaning behind like Ampere, as well as when it comes to the wolf. It's like wolves travels in packs. So when you think about a brand like Amperé, you have something that's always gonna be with you, whether you're on the East Coast, the West Coast, or the Midwest. Like we can ship anywhere, we can be with you anywhere, and we're gonna come every time. Because
Okay.
when you think about like you go to the liquor store, like you
Yeah.
just grab a bottle, but for us, we try to be at every single event so we can tell you what's behind the bottle, what's the story in the bottle, like why we even wanted to come out with it, giving that real true life new experience to the wine brand.
Yeah, man. I like that. Beyond the wine. I
Yes,
like that.
sir.
The story beyond the bottle,
Yes,
behind the
sir.
bottle. I like that. I like that. And I mean, you mentioned you want people to taste this and think about the first time that they ever had wine. I mean, do you remember the first time you ever had a glass of wine?
Yeah, so the first time my first glass of wine was a Pinot Grigio.
Okay,
So that's
okay.
why I have a nostalgia feeling for our Pinot Gris
This
because
your
that was
baby.
yeah, because that was,
Okay.
'cause that was the first one I ever had. So I can remember in college just wanting to like try it for the first time.
Hmm.
Had the Joss brand, and
Josh
then so it was
Brand.
between the Joss Pinot Grigio as well as I don't know if you know, but in Publix they had like back in the day they had that big jug,
Mm.
call it that jug of wine, Colorasi.
Oh no, I'm not here.
Oh,
Put me
okay,
on.
yeah,
Put
yeah.
me
So
on.
so in
Colorasi.
Tallahassee, they had this big jug of wine, Colorado. It was probably like
Okay.
$9.99. So me and my friends, we would bust down on a bottle. Everybody had $3,
Okay.
so we'd
Yeah.
be able to put in like that jug would only last us probably like 3 days
Oh yeah.
because it was so good. But yeah, so those two were the first like wines that I really like had and tried.
Yeah, yeah, man. That sound like the big Capriccio bottle. If you remember, shout out to Capriccio. It's
Shout
a
out to
big black
Capriccio.
bottle with a whole bunch of colors on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
That was pretty good as well too.
man, boy, too much of it. How your stomach hurting? I'm telling you. So you said Tallahassee, you with the FAMU,
Yeah, I
right?
want to FAMU. Yes,
Come
sir.
on,
Yes,
shout out to
sir.
the Rattlers,
Yes, sir.
man.
Rattler
Shout out to
Nation.
them. Shout
Be-
out to them.
Best
HBCU,
best
man.
HBCU in the world.
Best HBCU in the world. You heard them. You heard them. So when they come for you in the comments and they start repping their schools, I'm gonna just tell you right now, that's on you. But now that's
No,
what's up.
the reason why I say that is because literally, so like I told you before, we launched July of 2023,
Hmm.
and then literally like that August, I want to say like probably like around like August 20th, we were already back at FAMU on the Heights of
Nice.
Seven Hills doing a wine tasting for them and
Nice.
everything like that. So that just shows like the community that FAMU has is that when Rattlers put on and show out, they're always gonna back you and give you a chance. So I will always be forever indebted and grateful for them for to be able to give us our first like real big event just literally a month after launching.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Do you foresee the brand going back periodically or
Oh
maybe,
yeah, for sure.
doing
We've been
something down
back
there?
for like since the brand has started. We've always done like a homecoming event, like centered like around wine. So we're hoping to do that again this year.
Shout out to homecoming, man. Shout out to homecoming. Put down the red cups. Get you a wine glass for
Yes, sir.
homecoming.
Get you an
Yeah,
Amperé
yeah.
wine glass, as you can
Amperé
see.
wine glass.
Amperé wine
Amperé
glass.
branded, official. Amperé wine
Yes,
glasses.
sir.
Yes, sir. We not talking it. We living it. We living it. So with that in mind, man, let's get it. Let's get into some of this wine. Like you said, man, let's sip. Let's sip,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Let's
You
sip.
want to go with the Riesling
Yeah,
first?
let's go with the
Let's go
Riesling.
ahead
Let's
and
go
go
with
with
the
the
Riesling,
Riesling.
man.
Okay,
Let's go
okay,
with the
okay.
Riesling. And I know there's so y'all, we getting the education from a sommelier himself. I know there's a certain way you got to pour wine, you got to prep the glass, you got to do a
Let me
whole
move
lot
this
to it.
out the
So
way
yeah,
real
yeah, get us
quick.
right, get us right. All right.
Let me see a glass.
Yeah. And that's just one serving?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
This a little tasting serving.
Just a little taste and serving. And then they say you gotta, I think they say you gotta hold it like this. Hold it by the stem.
Yes,
Do I got
sir.
that correct?
Gotta hold it by the stem.
Hold it by the
Gotta
stem.
hold it by the stem simply from the fact that you don't want the wine to warm up at all.
Okay.
Cause you know your hands have heat to them.
Okay.
So just hold it by the stem. We're gonna take a quick smell. So what you smelling so far? What are you getting? What are you getting?
Smells fresh.
Smells fresh.
Smells
Okay.
fruity. It smells really good.
You smell hints of apple.
I do smell. It's very crisp. Very crisp.
Smell hints of apple in there. A nice lemon.
I do smell. Now that you're telling me, now that I'm hearing it, I do smell that. Apple, lemon. What else is in here that makes the Amperé Riesling?
Yeah. So we have a little bit of that apple, lemon, and then of course like some pear as well too.
Okay, some pear as well. Shout out to the pears, man.
So let's sip.
Let's sip, baby. Oh yeah, that's it. That's good.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. No, I need that with a nice salmon. I need that with some seafood.
A little bit of pasta.
Pasta. I was about to say some shrimp Alfredo. Shout out to all the Alfredo warriors out there.
So if you see that, it's really like light and crisp on the palate.
Very.
You definitely have a fruit forward flavorness to it, and then it has a nice off dry finish.
Yes.
So that's why I said that it's for like some people who might love like fruit at first, but then they need something a little bit more drier on the back end.
Oh yeah. And it doesn't leave you doing that. It doesn't leave you doing that after the fact, man.
Oh yeah, because typically in white wines, it's no tannins in it. So
okay,
that's why.
Tannins. Yeah, put me on. Educate.
So tannins is what you really get from like red wines. That's why you do that, and it has that little like your mouth like feels like a little bit weird on it.
Yeah. The aftertaste. I mean, that's fire, hey man. I'll say it here first, man. Go ahead and get you some Amperé Riesling. Get you some Amperé Riesling, man. Nah, that's good, man. That's good. And I know we sponsoring some bottles, so definitely looking forward to having that with some dinner, babe. Hey, man. All right. So with that in mind, man, I want to just kind of ask some general questions about outside of the business, more so like your journey as a young professional, man. Because I know that's definitely part of what we want to get off with the podcast and help people kind of understand and think through on their own. So I mean, with your journey, just with understanding what it is that you want to do with the brand or with your time, with your energy, what were some of the things that you had to do to kind of get out of your own way at the start, or kind of working through some of them?
So I would say with any brand, it starts off with like a great team. So definitely, so shout out to Shamari, shout out to Stevenson, shout out to Brandon, shout out to Sharik. Those are my guys behind the scene that really believed in me, believed in the vision. So together we all make Amperé. So I would say that's the first thing that really take, because we also all have a 9 to 5. So everybody has a key thing that we're all good at. So me, I'm the winemaker.
Yeah.
Like that's my baby. Like I know how to make the wine. That's the passion I have. And then we have guys who their passion is that marketing aspect. Guys who they organize for us. It's straight military.
Yeah.
That for sure. That man Brandon is military for sure.
That's
like
how you gotta move
hey,
these
like
days.
this is schedule. This is schedule. So
Yeah.
it takes a good team behind you, and then just ultimately like that marketing piece.
Yeah.
Marketing is like really key, especially in the digital age, especially when TikTok going crazy, social media going crazy. Like a lot of times people buy into the story and they buy into the actual CEO before they actually buy into the brand.
There we go, man. We want to get you a TikTok dance for your wine brand. We have to do something.
The wine make you go TikTok crazy.
Man, I'm telling you, get you a couple glasses of this in your system. You're gonna be doing some TikTok. You're gonna be doing some dancing, all right. Nah, man, that's really good. That's really good. I mean, we're not making any sort of comparisons or anything, but like that is really good. That is really, really good, man.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
And that, like I said, that's why I was saying a little bit before. It's not like a cocky thing, but I know for a fact that after you taste the wine that you're gonna want to buy. So that's why we're consistently always at the events that we have. So that way, if somebody says, hey, like, I would love to purchase a bottle, we can do
Yeah.
that right on the spot. Or if somebody says, hey, I'm having a dinner event later down the line, or hey, we're having this event, we think you'll be great for it. Like, we can ultimately like connect, because
Yeah.
if I'm not there, then who's gonna rep the brand? Who's gonna be somebody that can say, hey, like, yeah, this is where we are, we'll definitely like partner with you or come out for your event.
Yeah. No, man, I love that. And you mentioned something, we were talking the other day. You were saying the 9 to 5, but the 5 to 9
Right.
is even more important. Talk to the people a little bit more about the importance of the 5 to 9 outside of just having a 9 to 5.
I would say like you have to do something that you're like passionate about. You have to take into account, okay, like what gets me going at night, because of course the 9 to 5 is gonna always pay the bills.
Yeah.
But when you think about like the 5 to 9, that's like your baby, like your passion project, like your love. Like I said before, like this turning from college to something of a brand.
Yeah.
Like it's only 1% of black owned winemakers like here in the US. So I'm
Shout out to my guy, part of the 1% of
well,
black
I'm grateful.
owned.
I'm grateful to be a
Yeah.
part of the 1%,
Yeah.
and that's what really like gets me going. Because if I don't love the brand, if I'm not consistently shouting it out, if I'm not consistently putting it on the forefront, then who's gonna do it?
Come on,
like
talk
who's gonna
about it.
like lead the charge? Who's gonna make sure that it's reputable here in Charlotte,
Talk
reputable
about
here
it.
in the U.S. So
Talk about it.
the 5 to 9 is the real grind.
Yeah. No, and it's interesting as you say that. I'm thinking about it. The 5 to 9 is the thing that you want the 9 to 5 to fuel.
Right.
And eventually you want to be able to break out of the 9 to 5 to go towards the 5 to 9. So it seems like that should be where most of your energy, passion, like you say, that's the thing that you really want to do.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
I have mixed reviews about that actually, because
Yeah.
in my head it's like I would love to go full-time wine.
Yeah.
But at the
Okay.
same time, I also love the healthcare that the 9 to 5 give me.
Love the benefits.
Love the benefits.
Let
that
go
the
to the doctor. Not charge me an arm and a leg.
What that the
Literally.
9 to 5 give me. So it's a mix,
Thanks.
but I'm grateful to have a company that I work for currently that allows me to be able to do that, and I have that flexibility, and that it just comes down to organization.
Yeah.
Like when you really fueled about something, you're gonna make the time for it.
Yeah.
Like it's just as simple as that. Like even if you late nights with it to do the 5 to 9, or late nights with it to get a report done for the 9 to 5, like you're gonna make the time to get it done, because that's what needs to be done.
Man, yeah. If they wanted to, they would.
Yes, sir.
And you make time for the things that you want to make time for. I know man, you're hitting on a lot of notes, man. And you mentioned something about making a team, getting that together, man. We are learning that in real time, man. I don't know if y'all can see, if y'all notice, we are in a different studio setup, but man, shout out to Day by Day Studios, man, for the space, the setup, man. We got the lights, we got the
setup go
Officially
crazy
Rich
for sure.
podcast, we got the mics, beautiful in here. We got the missus over here on the side capturing the content, and we got the team here, man. I love that. I love that. It seems like what we're talking about, we're living it and doing it in real time. And I know we were talking about, just being around the importance of being around other like-minded individuals that's doing things, pushing themselves, pushing other people to go after the things that really matter and truly speak to their heart.
Mhm.
So, man, I really appreciate you coming on, man. I know we were out there last night at the Hive, man. Just networking and getting out there, putting your face out there, getting the brand out there.
That's what it takes.
Yeah, man. So yeah, I love that. You're not just talking it, but my man is actually out there in the community, man. Tell the people, if they're not hip or if they're not plugged into the brand, man, tell them a little bit about how they can get in touch with you, where they could go buy some wine, where they could follow you. Tell them all that.
Oh yeah, for sure. So we're actually currently here in Charlotte. We took the last couple of cases that we had from Medford and brought them here to Charlotte. So you can hit us up on Instagram, like, hey, like we'd love to purchase a bottle, or if we need to ship it out to you, we're on Vino Shippers. So AmperéCellars.com. Social media is Amperé.co. My personal social media is OG_M. Any and everywhere, we're gonna get you a bottle, because it's all about sipping. Like, let's sip. That's our motto.
Yeah.
That's what we live by. Sipping by day and always sipping.
Yeah, I love that, man. We heard what he said. We gonna get you a bottle one way or another. We gonna get you at a bottle. We gonna catch you in the community. Vino shipping. We gonna get you a bottle. Let's sip, baby. Nah, hey, man, I appreciate you coming on, man. It's been a pleasure having you on, man. And again, y'all tap into Amperé Cellars, man. Go follow him. Go support. Get you a bottle. Lips on glasses. Lips on glasses
the
is
most
what we
important
need.
thing.
Most important thing. Y'all leave a review, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend, man. And until the next time, we out, baby.
Hey, thank you.
Yes, sir.
It's big risk, so you know I'm in my bag. If you get with me, I'll be the best you had. Spend some time with me, then I'ma spend some cash. If you don't